Why are you going top? He was, oh no! You were bot lane. You were making the right decision, and then you were like, nah, I would rather lose. I'd rather not impact the game. I don't know what that means. Fog of War? Yes. And we're going to be watching Akash. Okay. So before we really get started, let's just see. We're playing Nasus. It looks like we're playing Quas Nasus into Garen. Already, like, I see, like, a million things wrong. Like, oh, man, this is such a bad idea. Because, like, okay, so, like, first of all, this is a ranked game. So this is a game where, like, the people, like, he should be and his teammates should be tryharding. So first of all, this is a ranked game. Can I see masteries at all? Is there a way that I can see masteries? We can just look at the op.gg. Let me pull up the. Oops. I guess we can look. Yeah, right here. So you're running Comet. You started mana potion plus refillable potion or mana crystal. If we like, okay, so let's just think about why you would want to do that. You'd want to do that for poke reasons. So going into this matchup, we know that we don't want to ever have Garen ever get near us to auto attack us, and we're probably going to want to start E, and we're probably going to want to build poke. Okay, so that's our goal. This dude trying. Well, I'm implying that if you're playing ranked and you want to rank up, you should be. So we'll see. We'll see. Let me watch Akash. Okay. So also another thing, like, if you're gonna play ranked, be in the game when the game starts, because like there's so many times you can die to a dumb invade. Like standing. Okay, hold up. Standing. The game starts when you load in, not when the minions get to the wave. So like you can get a lot of elo by like. So first of all, if you scout here, you can see if they invade, right? Okay, whatever. It doesn't really apply, I don't think, because they don't really invade in this elo, right? But if you come stand right here, you can cheese the fuck out of whoever you're playing. And maybe not as Nasus, because like your level 1's horrible. But if you're playing anybody with a strong level 1, Jax, Garen, Darius, Tryndamere, you can cheese this bush and you'll win so many games level 1 from just cheesing people. And you'll be able to stop invades. So like already, like, play the game when the game starts. Don't fucking do nothing. Like, it's just so bad. Like, he's just... I like being... Okay. Alright. So let's see what ability he started. That's some ARAM shit. This is some sort of secret Korean thing I've never seen. Lunan's Nasus. I think he's going poke build. This is good. He has Comet as well. So if you're going poke build, you want to start E because it does a lot of damage. Plus, you'd be able to get farm. You would have gotten both those minions if you started E. I don't know what he started, but if you're going to start Q, just go normal Nasus build. And I can show you a lot of Nasus builds. I've played Nasus into gold every season. Because he's just free elo. So you've got no minions yet. So you're already really behind. Like, how do you expect to impact the game if you're already this behind? Like, you're not contesting anything. If he's going to position so aggressively in your minion wave, you can fight him. Because he'll, like, minions do so much damage level 1. People don't understand. He's like AFK. Is this guy even playing the fucking game? Or is he, like, not even here still? Like, I said the game starts at 0 minutes. He hasn't moved for, like, the first 3. Okay, so he got E level 2, which is a mistake if you're going poke. Honestly, it's a mistake if you're playing normal Nasus too and do a matchup like this. But letting him push is good. If we look at the jungles, who knows what Volley's doing? But it's Kayn, so you don't really want to get Kayn fed early. Just watching the minions die. Yep. So this is a really good spot for the wave to be as Nasus, because you should be able to get that cannon. Don't just sit there and auto attack while he gets to attack you. That seems pretty obvious. Eing there fucked up farming under tower for you. So, like, when you're getting shoved, if you're going to play Nasus, or you're going to play a hyper-scaling champion, you have to learn how to farm under tower. So, like, don't E the wave like that. That really just made you miss all of those minions. Like, if we take a second here, you should be at what? 13 to 17 farm-ish, somewhere in there. You're at 7. He's at 13. So you guys both suck dick at farming, but you've gotten, like, no minions. Because what, has there been 3 waves? So, you could have gotten 19 farm by now. What, we at 3 CS? No, he's at 7. He's at 7. Okay, and bottom speeding. You know, I feel that as a top player, I do know. How is Garen not perfect farm when Nasus has been 20 feet back? Yeah, I don't get it, dude. This is low elo. So, like, when you're ranking up, you have to understand that to rank up, you have to do more than what your opponent's doing, right? So, like, if you're Silver 4 playing in Bronze elo, the people you're playing against don't play the game. They play it socially or they play it for fun. So, if you want to rank up, all you have to do is kill the minions and, like, just think about the game and you will rank up so incredibly fast. But, like, okay, so let's think about it. You weren't playing the game until 3 minutes into the game. You didn't scout. You've gotten, like, what, 20% of the farm? Like, all of this shit is super, super simple to fix, but it will get you out of whatever elo you're playing in. Because nobody can do that in this elo. Okay, that's a really weird flash by him. So now you know he doesn't have flash. You should ping that in chat. I don't know if we get to see chat. I don't think we do. Oh, we do get to see chat. Or we get to see pings. So you should ping that. And then if you're big brain, know that flash is 5 minutes. And it's, what, 4 minutes in? So his flash will be back up 10 minutes in, right? Like, it's that easy. So it's a free gank. Especially since he's shoving to you. You should ping his flash. You should see your junglers here and be like, hey, come help me. This is a free gank. Because if you get this kill, you win the game. Because you're fucking Nasus. This is some iron type elo. Yeah, this is really, really bad. This is really, really bad. The good news about being in this elo, though, is that it's super, super easy to rank up. No matter what champion or character or role you're playing. It's so easy to rank up because you could have won this shit. And you just let him back in front of you. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Did you see that? Did you see his back? Let's go back a second. Uh-oh. So you can see him backing, and your jungler's right here, and he doesn't have flash. And you just kind of let it happen. That's a mistake. You gotta keep, like, if he's gonna back in front of your face, you gotta stop him, especially if there's an easy gank for you. So you call Mia, which is fine. Guarantee P to lane. Okay, so you're up both summoners on him. Okay, so you can look for a bottom play because he won't be able to follow you if you TP bottom. Because you know his TP is not up for the next 5 minutes. This takes early game Nasus to a new level. Yeah, this is really interesting, man. This is fascinating. I've never seen this before. The poke is good. If you're gonna go poke Nasus, max your E. It doesn't look like you're maxing your E at all. You have to max your E if you're gonna go poke Nasus. Oh, I can see abilities. You put 2 points into E and 2 points into Q. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have put them all into E. If you're going poke build. Which, I mean, I can't tell if you're going poke build or not. Okay. So they wasted Galio ult? Oh no. What the fuck, dude? Oh man. Okay. Oh man. Okay. So League of Legends is all about trading cooldowns, right? And you got okay, so you got Garen's flash, you got Garen's TP, and you made Galio ult, and all you had to do was ult, and also Galio had to roam. And all you had to do was ult to get away. And you were fine. So, and you had the pressure of having Galio and Garen top. That means your team can pressure Dragon. That means Victor can get plates. Victor can get way ahead. That means you can get a double kill bot lane. But instead of applying that pressure, you just fucking die. Like, you just walk back in for no reason. Like, let's look. Let's look. You just, like, you have all this pressure top lane. If you're a top laner and you have 2 people top lane and you don't die, you're doing your job correctly. So you're sitting here. That's not poke build, Ludinson to try. Well, I mean, okay. So, he's kind of free, like, you're losing a lot of farm. You're not really eating the minions, like, you should be eating the minions right now. You get them both to come up here. You're safe. You're under tower. And then you turn back. You turn back and try to fight them, and they die. We're like, literally, it's so easy to get a double kill here, get plates here, get dragon. If you just don't die and just sit under tower. It was just a huge like, macro misplay. Dude has 21 stacks. Yeah, the stacks aren't pretty. I wonder if we can speed this up a little bit. So I don't really care. Okay, so bot lane is still getting kills. So this could have happened without you dying because they saw they had the opportunity because Galio was top. So imagine you didn't die. Instead of being 1-4, it probably would have been 2-3. Right? Like, do you see the logic there? And fighting here is smart. He doesn't have flash. Okay, that was a micro misplay. That's fine. You could have chased him because he doesn't have flash again, and you do. You have to keep track of cooldowns. This game is all about trading cooldowns. You just missed your E. This game's all about... And I don't really care about the micro stuff. The mechanics will come with just playing a shit ton. But, like, understanding that he doesn't have flash right now and you can run him down, and their entire team's bottom fighting over dragon, like, that's what's important. Why don't you fight him? Go kill him! Why don't you kill him? What the fuck, dude? He has 0 escape. You have Wither. You have Flash. You have Q. You have Arcane Comment. You have E for Armor Shred, even if he W's. Why didn't you kill him there? Like, you could have been so far ahead. You could have carried this game. There are two different distinct opportunities where you could have just won the game because you're literally playing Nasus. Like, I promise you, if you keep playing Nasus, you'll get to gold in 6 months. If you keep letting me flame you. I thought this game was all about destroying the Nexus. Yeah, and the only way you destroy the Nexus is you have more cooldowns than them. That's just a fact.
Red team has slain the dragon.
No, more in like trades and fighting the enemy champions, it's all about trading cooldowns. So when we're talking specifically about fighting each other, we're talking about trading cooldowns. So, and these minions are uncontested. I wasn't really paying attention there, but those minions looked uncontested and it looked like you didn't get any stacks. You're at 36 stacks. And as Nasus, you're just doing nothing right here. So you need, okay. When you don't know what to do, either shove another wave or go back or gank somewhere. So you could get some deep vision, you could gank mid, you could shove this, or you could go back. And instead you're doing nothing. So you're wasting a lot of time here. I guess that he's going to stay top the whole game and never leave no matter what. That's fine. I mean, he's playing Nasus. That's okay. They'll come to him. That's not the issue. There are plenty of other issues. Staying top is okay because you actually apply a lot of pressure, but you're doing nothing. Like, you could have gone back, gotten an item. Like, can I see how much gold you have? Can I see how much gold you have, like, on hand? I guess I don't know how. It's not fun because he's not doing anything. Yeah, him not doing anything is the issue. He could have gone back or he could have shoved that wave. So, if you shove this wave, then you and Volley get Rift Herald for free, which is more valuable than a kill on Garen. Do you understand that? Because a Rift Herald will give you at least 3 plates, which is, what, 450 gold? Or is it 470? Which is a kill and an assist. So like already like, and it provides map pressure because you're taking down the tower. But instead you got 1 kill and a couple of stacks. And now you guys are dead if you fight here. This, oh no. Okay. Oh, actually, okay. No, this is a 3v2. Okay. So they forced Victor's TP and you guys got nothing. Not that big of an issue. Not great. Not great at all. I wish I could see this through like a cautious perspective. Next time I do like an angry coaching, I think I'm gonna have to do it from like somebody recording their own game. That was the greatest TP in the history of the planet. Yeah, that TP was not great. Because it got nothing. No map press. So, okay, so shoving the wave and backing, that is smart. You need to do that more. Because this, you have a timer. While Garen's up here doing whatever he's doing, you have a timer to either gank, ward, get a deep ward, go back, get items. As long as Garen's up here catching the minion wave on his tower, you have time to go do something else and to apply pressure and to impact the game from other spots in the map. He CS's like how almost every low player does. Just hits minion, doesn't actually wait till it's low. Yeah, 51 stacks at 10 minutes is bad on Nasus. I mean, like, if you're going to actually start playing Nasus, that's got to be better. You want to aim for at least 100. Where if you get 150, that means you're stacking well at 10 minutes. And then at 20 minutes, you're aiming for about 300. 250 is not bad. 300 is pretty good. And 400 means you're winning your lane really hard, and you shouldn't lose that game if you have 400 at 20 minutes. Which it's not hard to do if you just use your cool on cooldown. Okay. Let me just go back here and think for a second. Oh, so there's a ward here. And you see them both going up to Rift Herald. Neither you nor Volibear pings it because either you guys are blind or don't want to help your teammates. Which is, both of those things are fucking horrible to rank up in this game. So you see them going to Rift Herald. Why would you walk down that way? Because you don't have vision. Like, that's something that even players in Platinum don't really understand. If there is the possibility of you getting ganked, you have to respect that, or you will die. So, they walk on this ward, and they come up this way. They come up this way through river. You don't see them anymore. It's possible that they come up and kill you. You have to respect that, and you have to sit under your tower, or you will lose so many fucking games because of that. You'll just lose so many. Dave's on a 7-game losing spree? Yeah, that's why we're coaching him, dude. I really don't think he understands the champ. Sure you ain't ruining friendships by doing this, Lamau? I mean, he said I could do it. Like, so, and I told him he doesn't have to watch it. I just told him that he'd be helping me by giving me content. So I told him that I was going to do it, and I told him he doesn't have to watch it if he doesn't want to. And he said, sure, go for it. So, like, sweet. So, why does he play, like, 30 different champions? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he's a mid main. We could watch one of his mid games and kind of see. Victor's pinging, which is good. Our boy died. He pinged danger. This is dumb of him. He pinged because he knew he didn't know where his laner was at, but he didn't have any vision, so he died because he didn't know where his laner was at. Like, when your lane's missing, other lanes don't have to worry. You also have to worry. What happened to the Kindred? Dude, he played Kindred for 2 games and was done. That's kind of how he plays every champion. Watching a mid game would be interesting. Yeah, I think I'll watch a mid game after this. I don't know as much about mid, but I know more than a silver, bronze, elo mid laner. I know mid goldish. Mid gold, low plat maybe. Mid. Probably mid gold. I wonder if he ever roams. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, so you actually max E. I like that. So you max E because you're going like Quas Nasus, which is fine. The build's still not right for Quas Nasus. Because the entire idea behind Quas Nasus is that you max E for wave clear and you get AP and mana regen and all that AP shit for wave clear, and you just endlessly shove towers. Just over and over and over and over again. And just shove waves over and over and over again. That was good. I actually really like that play. When people overextend, you have to punish them. So see how your E just like literally gets rid of the entire minion wave? Use it on cooldown. Get plates. You're doing nothing. You have no stacks, and you're not applying pressure in the form of shoving waves and getting plates. So you're just doing nothing. You have no impact on this game. Okay, nice. He punished Garen for walking up. Yeah, so that was really clean. That was really clean. You do have to punish people for being bad. You take forever in base. That's kind of a low elo thing. You'll see if you watch pros, they start walking out of base immediately as they get to base. You just wasted like 10 seconds. Like that could have been... That might cause you to lose XP here, and it will it could have definitely lost you some form of map pressure. And when you're playing top, the entire game just comes down to map pressure. It doesn't matter how many kills you have. It doesn't matter, like, the stats don't really matter. It's just kind of like what impact do you have on the game. And right now you have none. Understanding when you can take a fight is a good skill. Yeah, for sure. Really important to get those cannons on Nasus because they're worth 12 stacks, where a normal minion is worth 3. So if you can stack a cannon, if you can stack a big jungle minion, if you can stack a person, like those are all 12 stacks. Those are all really, really important. And there's kind of a misconception on Nasus players that you need to stack a lot really early. So he's tanking all this minion damage. You can all in him right here because you have your ult. Nasus is one of the best 1v1ers at level 6. Look at that. I don't know why you didn't fight him there. That's a really, really free kill. With your ult, you have so much sustain and so much damage with your Q on like a 2-second cooldown. He's missed almost every cannon. Yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough. This should be a free tower. They're going to get this dragon. So you guys should trade an objective. So you guys should get this. You guys should be getting this tower. What the fuck? What are you doing? You guys, the dragon's warded. You guys saw they were all at dragon. Why'd you ping Mia? Your lane's right there. And their entire team's bottom. And now they're all coming up to kill you. And now you have to back. So you have to trade objectives for other objectives. If they're getting dragon, get shit top lane. Get Rift Herald. Get their red buff. Get their towers. Get tower plates. Do anything. You're doing nothing. And it's the reason you lose games, because you have no impact. You haven't had a positive impact on this game at all. Like, the gold you have doesn't matter. You haven't applied pressure. He plays like any type of damage will kill him. Yeah, you're Nasus. You're actually really tanky. And the best part about Nasus is that if you play him like the normal Nasus build, he can get really tanky and do a lot of damage, which means in the mid game, you don't lose to anybody. In the mid game. Running in circles, yeah. All he has to do is poke Garen and fight all ins. He doesn't lose when he's full health. Right, for sure. He doesn't lose a full all-in 1v1, even if they're both at full HP, because Nasus ult is better than Garen ult by like 1,000,000% in a 1v1 all-in situation. You just have to save your W for after he Qs, but that's just kind of like a mechanical thing that you'll learn later on. Because Garen's Q gets rid of all slows, right? So you have to wait to hold him down. If you hit all... Okay. Yeah. So your Q, you're Nasus, so you have like 10% lifesteal, right? So every single time your Q is off cooldown and you're not hitting something, you're losing HP effectively. You're losing the opportunity cost of that HP. So not hitting ult and Qing earlier was a mistake there, and it got you killed. I know this is a lot of information, but I figured like if I record this once, You can always look back on it, and like this shit, like everything I'm saying will get you to up to mid gold, maybe even plat by playing Nasus. If you just like don't do the shit you're doing. Nasus ult doesn't just give you HP, it increasingly gives you a shit ton of armor and MR. Yes, and it makes your Q like a half a second cooldown, which you already get like 15% lifesteal on. And your Q does like 200, 300 damage. Like, you get so fucking much from your ult. He becomes surprisingly tanky in ults. Yeah, for sure. Especially if you're building him correctly and you're going Frozen Heart, Spirit Visage, these tanky items, Randuin's, Dead Man's Plate. Like, those are the items that a normal Nasus build would build. And so you do a shit ton of damage because your E has Armor Shred and your Q is your Q. And you don't die. And you have lifesteal in case somebody happens to chunk you. Like, there's no reason you should be dying on this champion after you hit level 6. There's no reason. 84 stacks. Yeah, he's not stacking very well. Which is fine. If you're gonna go Quas Nasus, that's okay. But you're not playing Quas Nasus correctly if that was the goal. The thing about watching him play mid is that I don't know the mechanics of mid. Like, I don't know how to, like, win a 1v1 if you're playing Zed versus whoever. But I know the macro of mid. I can tell you what decisions would have made you win. Was not poking well, though. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's not really doing either. He's not stacking and he's not poking. So it's like, what are you doing? The answer is nothing. You're doing nothing. And it's like,
Shut down.
I don't know. He needs to be spamming his E on cooldown to either clear waves or poke. He barely uses it. Yep, same with his Q. If you can Q without getting hurt, you should be. It should never be off of cooldown. Otherwise, you're missing the opportunity cost of 3 stacks. Like, you win this all in if you hit R and fight him right now. But you just run away, and then you go in after you've already taken a bunch of damage. Like, don't fight him anymore. You would have won that all in.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay, good. Bottom's getting pressured. That means their jungle probably isn't here. So, you know he's Garen, and you know he has an ultimate. Why would you ever fight him when you're like at 30% HP? He's just gonna ult you. If you're at 30% HP and he's at full and he's playing Garen, just go back. You had your opportunity to all in him, and since you missed it, you have to respect that he can kill you, and you have to go back. He lets Garen deal free damage when he tries to re-engage after the damage has been done. Yeah, so you have to respect the opportunities, and if you miss your opportunity, you have to respect that your opponent now has an opportunity. So, like, I know you're a table tennis player. It's like, you have to respect when your opponent serves. You don't get to do whatever you want when your opponent serves, right? You're kind of like being, you're like trying to full out rip this guy's serve at like the worst opportunities. It's just super risky for no reason. And he has to respect you when you're serving. And like, so like, that analogy translates when you have your R and when you're both full HP. He has to respect you because you're in control of that situation. But you just kind of dumped a serve over to him and we're like, oh, well, hope I win. Like, no, you have to make sure you're leveraging your advantage, especially when you have an opportunity. This is a good team fight. I don't know how you died. You're Nasus. That was... You have ult? How did you die without ult? Hold up. Let's watch that again. So your lane TPs, you see that, you start TPing. That's okay. That's all like normal. TP was a little bit late, but that's fine. That's just like that's technical stuff that gets better if you just play. So you never hit ult. You should have hit ult before you got taunted. Let's look at that again. Like one more time. Let's run it back. I accidentally put it back too far. Okay, so they get a good trade on Garen. You ult in. Okay. So as soon, you should ult right now. When you get knocked up, now you should ult again. You get taunted, which is fine. Now you should ult again. You had a little sliver where you could have ulted there this last second. But you didn't ult at all, ever. Get hits by literally everything. Horrible positioning. Yeah, they needed a ward in that dragon. Or they needed a ward in that bush, and they were getting dragon. So that was their team's mistake. When they get dragon, where do you think Kayn could be? It's such a mystery. And so of course they all get fucking cleaned up. Oh no, they actually killed him. So what is that? Is that an even trade? Yeah, I guess it was even. Nobody really got anything except their team got dragon. Oh, Jinx got a shutdown, which is good. Well played by Jinx. Man, this is something else, ain't it? So you're 1-5-1, 120 farm. Garen has 130 farm, 3-4-2. So like it's so easy to out impact Garen in this game because you can just shove waves and get like the thing is if you perma shove, you'll make their jungle come up top and you'll make their mid come up top. Which might be the reason, I don't really know, so I'm not talking to you. It might be the reason that you don't want to shove, but that's the reason you have to shove. Because if their jungle is top, then you guys can pressure bottom objectives and you can counter jungle their bot side. And if their mid is top, excuse me, it's the same shit. Like, as a top laner, if you can have 2 people in your lane and you don't die, you're doing your job. Like, you're doing it correctly. But you've just kind of done nothing this whole time. And now you're AFK in a bush. Like, and at this point, you're already really far behind, so it's going to be hard to do anything. But, like, instead of running in between and doing nothing, you could have been stacking Gromp. You could have been getting deep vision. You could go back and buy a pink or whatever the fuck. And now you run in, like, yeah, there's just, it's so bad. Vision score of 3. Yeah, the vision score could be better. Wards save lives. And Garen's building really aggressive. So like you should see that. He's building really aggressive and be like, oh, if I get Frozen Heart, he literally can't kill me. Ever. At any point, no matter what. So like even if your plan is, hey, I'm gonna go AP build, it's gonna be fun. Why not just build, like, Randuin's or fucking Frozen Heart? Frozen Heart would have been a good one for the 20% CDR as well. You would never die to Garen. Ever. Second item, GA. I'm baffled how Garen didn't win Hunter. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, to rank up in this elo is so easy. You just had to do more than Garen. And you know what Garen did? Very little. He did this much. Like, he took 1 tower. He took 1 tier 1 top tower. That's all he fucking did this game. He had 1 decent teleport. Like, he's done very little. It would be so easy to punish him for these things. Splitting bottom is smart. Getting vision is smart. That's fine. Just don't fight him. He can just Q out of that. He's dumb. He flash Q'd for no kill. Yeah, he gets Deadman's after try. Oh, he does. Okay, so Deadman's is good. Not as good as Frozen Heart would have been, but it's still not bad. That is a good item to build in this scenario. Who knows why Nami's bottom? Ideally, in this situation, you just type in chat and you're like, hey, let me split bottom. Thanks. Hey, let me split bot, Smork. Or some shit, like, I don't know. Smork me bot. But, okay, so you're actually... The next objective that's going to get fought over is realistically Dragon. So you're choosing to split push on the wrong side of the map. If you're going to split push, you want to split push as far away from the next objective as possible. And this is actually the exact reason why. If you die right here, they get Dragon for free and you guys get nothing. Wow. You killed Ken. That's well played. So that was amazing. You're onto something. You are onto something with that. You killed Kane 1v1 with your ult and your Q. You could have done that in lane at level 6, at level 11, whenever Garen tried to 1v1 you, whenever he tried to gank you 1v1 and you guys are both full HP. You could have done that shit. But you didn't. You did it now. Like, you could have killed Garen so many times. So many times. Oh, man. Doesn't even have to get frozen. Can just get Warden's Mail on the one shield. Just components for CBR. True. Finishing out frozen is nice, though, in this comp. Like, let's be real. And frozen is really good on Nasus. Because 20% CDR gives you a lot of mana, so you never run out of mana Qing and Eing. And you don't die to any AD heavy champion, like ever. Bowmail is also really good once you have 40% CDR. You guys get Dragon, which is good. You're up again. So now you should split bottom, because the next objective is Baron. So, but you don't recognize that, and you're gonna go top. So if they kill you top, they get Baron and you get nothing. Where if they kill you bottom, it's like, okay, your team gets Baron. Because their team's bottom, right? That might be a little bit complicated, and like if anybody has any questions, I can explain that a little bit better. But that's the basic idea. Just split push as far away from the current objective as, like, just be as far away as you can. Be as far away from it as you can. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Your team's pressuring mid, so you're pressuring top. I like this. I mean, ideally you be bottom here, but pressuring something's better than pressuring nothing. This is the most impact you've had on the game. This right here. And the Kayn kill. Alright, so their whole team's Mia. You do have to respect that they can kill you. Okay, you force a TP and they're all up here. So yeah, so imagine, okay. Let me explain it like this. Let's just say you're bottom. And instead of getting this tower, you're on this tower. And this exact same shit happens. Kayn comes to kill you, Galio comes to taunt you, and Garen TPs. They have 3 bottom, and you're the only one bottom while Baron's up, while your team was just mid. Now your team can go get Baron. They can get this mid tower. They can get this top tower. And you might even get this tower. So, like, even if you die, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you die if you're bottom. But now that you're top and you die, they get Baron for free. So the positioning is just, like, whenever you're split push as far away from the sideline as possible. Or from the current objective. Sick TP. I know, dude. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Overextends, and I can assume he dies here. Yep. The issue wasn't the overextending, it was that he was literally on the wrong side of the map. So if their team was good, they take Baron. It's fine. They're not. You still fucked up. Like. Because they get to pressure objectives now. And they're going to try to fight your team. I wonder if they win this. Yep. Okay, so they win this under your guys' tower because you died top. And you respawn and you're not moving. You should have already bought your items. Who knows what you're doing? I guess you're just AFK. Like, you could be helping. Like, a team fight is happening. And you're fucking AFK. Like, you could have... Okay. Alright. Well, okay. If you're going to be AFK, that's on you. Enemy team should have just taken Baron. That was the freest thing in the galaxy. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And, like, if you can't win the game, Baron's the right call. So, like, Baron would have been really good for them there. But teams are bad, man. Like, that just proves my point even more. That their team is so fucking bad, you don't have to do that much to win. It's not that hard to win this game. Like, even from this position, you can still win the game with good macro play. He spent over a minute just buying items. Yeah, it makes no sense. Like, what is he doing? Okay, so you should be bottom right now. You're stacking up, which is better than doing nothing, I guess. Better than sitting in base buying items. Don't go steal Jinx's farm. That's not very... I mean, it's solo queue, and if you're legit doing better than your AD, sure, whatever. But realistically, that's the wrong choice. Don't fucking compete for her farm. Like, if you guys are all even skill, that's just really BM. Also, you kind of have to account for the mental. Again, you're going top, so if you die, they get Baron for free, or they just win a 4v5 team fight mid. Or if you die bottom, your team can pressure objectives. Like, you're on the wrong side of the map again. In this elo, there's so many macro mistakes that the enemy will make that there are countless comeback opportunities, for sure. And I honestly think that's true in any elo. It's just, you have to be a lot better to do that shit. You know what I mean? I think it's true in most elos. Like in my elo, I think it's true for sure. Like Plat, there's so many fucking dumbass macro mistakes. So many. Okay, so I mean, like, that's not the worst death possible, but you have to know that in silver and gold, their most favorite thing to do is to like 4-man, 5-man gank. So you have to be ready for that. Your team got objectives, so that's not the worst death. And your team's gonna go get dragon. Hopefully. But you still didn't have to die there, and you could have put just as much pressure. Which would have been the high-low thing to do. Because now your team has to fight 5v4. That's why it can be good to split bottom. Yep, you're split as far away from the current objective. Yeah, that's what I've been saying this whole time. Just split as far away as possible from the current objective. If Baron's up, split bottom. If Dragon's up, split top. Like it should be that simple. 99% of the time, it is that simple to know where to split. If you are playing Jax, Tryndamere, Nasus, Fiora, any split push champion, past 20 minutes, look at what objective your team's most likely to fight over next and go the opposite direction. It's that fucking simple. Nice, you guys stole dragon somehow. They focused the wrong person. They just let Lucian sit there and do whatever he wanted. Yeah. And like that's the kind of thing I just consider like, I consider that micro play, and you'll get better at that by just playing the game a bunch. But like the macro decision making, you have to think about it. You have to understand that you're wrong by going top again for no fucking reason, where you could actually impact the game by going bottom. Well, you're kind of just doing nothing right now. Keeps going top. Yep. And the reason that's a mistake is because Baron's up. So if you die, they get free Baron. They should have gotten free Baron earlier. You're kind of lucky they didn't. This game should have been over because you fucked up so bad in the early game. But low elo players don't know how to end games. So all your games go on pretty long and you'll have a lot of opportunities to come back. Just like take a second and think about it. Don't just mindlessly stand there. Like, get vision down. Where could their team be? Baron is up. There's nothing to get bot side. Where could their team be? Why should their team be top lane? Nothing to get bot side. Nothing to get mid. Why would they be anywhere else? Like, of course you died there. This game should have been over so many times. For sure, dude. For sure. This is just boggling my mind right now. This is like insane. This is like actually insane, dude. Now Victor gets caught. Enemy free Baron. Yep, so they should get Baron. They're probably just going to get this tower instead. They could just 5v3 you guys under your tower. And Nasus, or Volley's not even there. So like, they might just get the inhib. ARAM Pagu. Yeah. Yeah, this is really weird, man. So, now you're going bottom. I like that. Do not take these Krugs, dude. I'm pissed if you take these Krugs. Okay. Because, like, you could be pressuring the map right now. Because if you get 2 people to come bottom, you need wards if you're going to split this far. You have no wards. They're going to gank you and kill you. What are you doing? Pressure the map. Oh no, you almost had it. You almost had it. You were so close to making the right decision. Why are you going top? He was, oh no. You were bot lane. You were making the right decision. And then you were like, nah, I would rather lose. I'd rather not impact the game. Holy fuck. Because like, if you're here and you have wards and you keep these two down here, your team gets Baron and you win the game. Even when you're this far behind. You're behind so much. But if you can just keep 2 players bottom and just don't fight them, don't even try to do anything crazy. Just keep them there. Just distract them. Just be annoying. And your team gets Baron for free. Oh man. This is insane, dude. This is crazy. Garen flashing in with no teammates eyed up here. This Garen loves his flash, man. Like, at the very least, you guys are getting objectives and you're trading. But just the macro play is all wrong. Oh, man. Okay. So, Garen TP'd. So, now, Dragon Soul is close enough to being up that it's worth your time just staying top. Why are you... Oh, their team's pinging, I think. Baron. Bro. Oh no. I'm not even gonna question that. I was just gonna ask why you teleported like 10 feet. Alright, yep, okay. Okay. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Oh man. Oh no. Okay. Oh man. Wow. Alright. That was quite fascinating. That's quite the interesting play. At least you didn't die. So if you were top right now, you could have had 2 of their teammates top. You're useless in a team fight because you're Nasus. You just get kited around. Like, why aren't you splitting right now? Oh, you guys are actually winning this fight, though. That's good. Don't sit on somebody with GA like that. Like, at least Q somebody. Now switch back to Garen. Okay. So you guys didn't win the fight. It's because you got, like, Nasus is real, like, that's not even your fault from, like, a micro standpoint. That's your fault because you weren't split pushing. Like, if you were split pushing, you have 2 people up here in your team 4v3s. Or, there's only 1 person up here, you 1v1 them, you get inhib. Like, why would you fight there? That's just so bad. Never, ever, ever take a fair fight in this game. If anybody takes a fair fight in this game, you are wrong. Never do that shit. Fair fights are how you have coin flip outcomes. Fair fights are how you coin flip fight. It's just never do that shit, ever. Unless you have a clear advantage. Or you're not letting your skill decide the game. You're letting, like, random chance decide the outcome. I think that moment is this game in a nutshell. I agree. The whole teleport 10 feet for no reason. Okay, you got out of base quicker that time. I do like that. I do like that. I'm just so surprised this game is still going. Like, how long is this game supposed to be? Like, this is insane, dude. Oh, man. This is just crazy. This is just crazy. It's 42 minutes and it's about to end. Okay. So we have 2 more minutes of this team like clasping onto this game for some reason. They're even in towers by some miracle. Average games in this elo are about this long. No one knows how to end. Yeah, their team had like 3 separate occasions to get Baron. They lost Dragon Soul twice. Like, they've lost so many objectives. And then this team could have came back, but their macro gameplay is just horrible. Specifically Akash, that's mostly what I'm focused on. Like, his decision making is a little bit weird. Pushing bottom's fine here. Yeah, that's game. I think it's a... Yeah. That's a tough spot. If you're going to be a split pusher, you have to understand that even though your team's going to call you retarded for that, that wasn't, like, that's fine. I mean, you dying was pretty dumb. But, like, don't feel obligated to fight with your team because you're not. Like, you're playing Nasus. You're useless in a team fight. Like, I play Tryndamere. I'm useless in most team fights. If you play, like, Jax, fucking Camille, Fiora, any other split pusher, it's the same thing. And now they're just BMing because they spent 40 grueling minutes through this bullshit. Surrender vote failed 1-4. Oh man. Yeah, and at this point Garen's just fed. Garen wasn't really ahead in lane phase though. He wasn't at all. Like he got ahead by the mid game macro misplay. Are they not gonna end? Imagine they don't end right here. Okay, that's a game. Wow. Wow. That was impressive, man. That was impressive. So let's just like take a step back and let's think about the major misplays. That was a roller coaster. That was a roller coaster indeed. Oh man.